Welcome to Blender. In this video, we're going to go over how to navigate 3D space. The first thing we're going to look at is our navigation tools. So right here at the top right of our 3D viewport, we have our rotation gizmo. So if you mouse over the rotation gizmo, you will get a gray area pop up. If you left click on the gray area, you can rotate your 3D space around. The hotkey for this is middle mouse button. If you hold the middle mouse button, it does the same exact thing. We also have the X and Y and Z axis, positive and negative. If you click a positive Z, it will send you at a top view of your object. If you hit the positive X, it will swing you around to the right side of your object looking directly at it. And the same as Y, it will put you at the front view of your object. The hollowed out buttons do the same thing but the opposite. So if you hit Z minus, it takes you to the bottom. X minus, it takes you to the left side, and Y minus, it takes you to the back side. There are a few other ways to do the same exact things. As I said, middle mouse will rotate your screen around. If you hold Alt and hold middle mouse down and then slide your mouse up or down, it will flip you to the orientations, and you can watch the gizmo to see where it's going. Alternatively, you can hit 1, 3, and 7 on the number pad, and that will take you to the front, side, and top views, respectively. When using your number pad to flip to a plane, you can hit 1 for front view and then 9 for back side of the view. You can hit 3 for the side view and 9 for the other side. And you can hit 7 for top view and 9 to go to the bottom view. The next tool we have is the zoom tool. If you left click on it and move your mouse forward and backward, it will zoom in and out smooth. If you roll your middle mouse, it will incrementally take you forward and backwards. And if you want to go smooth with a hotkey, you can hold control and middle mouse, and it will also move in and out smooth. The next tool is the pan tool. And if you left click on it and hold it, you can pan on the plane that you're looking at. So if you're there, you can pan just left and right and up and down, and it doesn't move it any other axis. To do this with the hotkey is shift middle mouse and just move your mouse around. The next tool is your camera tool. If you click the camera tool, it's going to center your view at the camera like that. Another way to do that is hitting number pad 0, and that will center your view on the camera. If you want to center the camera on your view, so let's say I want to look at my object from this direction, I can hit Control Alt 0 and it will move the camera to me. And 0 gets you out of that, or just moving the viewport will get you out of it also. The next tool we have is the grid. The grid changes between perspective and orthographic views. The difference between perspective and orthographic views is our eyes are used to seeing perspective. So if there's an object in the distance, regardless of this, they may be the same size, but the object in the distance appears smaller. If you go into orthographic view, regardless of how far the objects are away from each other, they appear the same size. When you use your widget or your number pad to snap you into a plane view, so hitting 1 or hitting this Y snaps me onto the Y-axis plane, it automatically puts you in orthographic view. The last thing I'm going to show in this video is a couple ways how to get yourself back to your scene if you lose yourself or if you want to zoom in on something. There's 3 different ways to do this. So the first way is if you want to zoom straight in on something, you can click on the object or select it in your scene and just hit period on the number pad. And that will take you straight to your object and center it on the object so that you can rotate around it. Another way to do this is by hitting the home key on your keyboard and that will take you to pretty much the center of all the objects in your scene. The third way to do this is to hit Shift C, and that will center you on all the objects in your scene. And this little thing here underneath the cube is called the 3D cursor, so it will reset the 3D cursor. So if you accidentally move it, if you hit Shift C, it'll recenter yourself at the center of all the objects in your scene and put the 3D cursor back to the center of the whole scene. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.